Good evening, good people. It's your boy Gaming Dad. Once I find my switch, I can switch on over. There it is. What's going on, good people? Happy Monday. I'm a little bright tonight. Let me see if I can tone that down. Where my little lights at? All right, just a little bit. Just a little bit. All right, I think I look a little better there. You know, I got a big old hot spot on my head because my forehead big. I can't escape that. Can't escape it. Good people, what's going on? Tariq, hey, what's going on, man? I saw you in the chat early. I sent out your eShop card on Discord. I hope you got it. Let me know if you got it. You should got it. Please respond to me if you can. I was able to get some eShop cards this past week, so we good to go. Happy Monday, man. Listen, I have been really chilling my day. Matter of fact, let me see what is up to everybody else that's in the chat. Breaking Bad 881 was here early. Say happy Monday, everyone. Sonic Knuckle Tails is in here early. I get him here twice as nice because he is a sponsor on the channel. So let me see. Get him on the wheel twice as nice. Sonic Knuckle Tails 2. Gotcha. Dub City just came in. What's going on, Dub City, man? How you doing? Representing the great country of Sydney. Gotcha. All right, Dub City's in there. Oh, Tyreek said, yeah, you got it. Thank you. Yes, sir. I appreciate you. Dub City, I forgot you twice as nice. And now you got someone sponsored you a couple weeks ago. Let me get you on here twice as nice. Real quick, good people. I know Dub City. I know you in here. You only in here for a hot second, man. If you can hit that like button on the way out, man, I appreciate you. That goes to everybody, man. If you can help the, ways, in certain ways, it only got to be monetary where you can help the channel out and support us. Mere fact is, saying that you like the video, is great. Even sharing the video is even better, especially if you like the content and the conversation we're having. Excuse me. Be nice to share with other people. I love when new people come in here and, they add just another level of conversation to the chat. Peace Futter, what's going on, man? Welcome, 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 welcome. Peace Futter, get you on the board. Boom. All right, got you on the board. Yep, so today is President's Day, and likely this is the end of my winter break. Those who do not know, your boy Gaming Dad is a teacher. I teach special ed. I teach your emotional behavior disorders. This is really all your super duper bad kids on a high school level. They can't really handle themselves in the classroom. They might have severe ADHD. They might have severe depression issues. They might be extra violent for no reason. Sometimes it's usually a reason they're extra violent. They give them to me, man, and then I get them together. Steve M in the building. What's going on, Steve? I'm gonna get to everybody's comments in a minute. Just welcome everybody to the chat, and I like to go back through. Steve M. Oh yeah, Steve got a good one too. Yep. If you're on YouTube, the poll question tonight is: if Sony was to bring its first-party IPs to the Nintendo Switch 2, which game would be first? Which game would be first? And the 4 selection is: first is Spider-Man, 2 Astrobot, 3 Horizon, and 4 a new IP. Man, this is the hard question for me to answer. Because if Sony is thinking about money, then it's Spider-Man without a shadow of a doubt. If Sony want to try and make a ton of money, you put Spider-Man on there and buddy, it's going to sell like absolutely hotcakes. I mean, I'm talking about millions of copies if money is the issue for Sony. If not, man, I think, you know what, another game that would definitely sell like hotcakes because it's right up Nintendo's alley would be Astrobot. If they're just trying to, blend in. But I think the safer bet would be a new IP. And hear me out on a new IP. It's because it's untested. People know this game is multi-platform, but a lot of people don't dig into video games like everybody else. And I think a new IP would be great. My guy, Gorilla Tactics, is in the building. What's going on, my brother? Let me get you on the board twice as nice. Once again, thank you for being a a member of the channel. Boom. Gorilla 2. Catch you on the board. All right. Let me get into some of these questions because I wanted to stack up too. I just want to say, once again, you can't see Tariq. Maybe say hi, Gaming Dad. Breaking Bad 881 says happy Monday to everyone. Supersonic Nakotel says sheep. Lifestyle C says, what up, Gaming Dad? What up? Right back at you. Dub City says, good morning, Gaming Dad. Peace Fella said hello. Steve M says Spider-Man on the Switch would be awesome. It would be. It would be. It would sell so good. Out of the selections, you know, of course you can know. I mean, I can only put 4 selections on there. But out of those selections, and matter of fact, if you think of a better for game, man, put it in the chat so we can talk about it. Spider-Man would be the game that would probably it would probably sell. It would probably be just as popular as Mario Kart in the beginning. It would. I think it would sell lifetime. It would probably sell another 5 to 10 million. Easy, especially if it was like at launch, something like that, something crazy like that. It'd be crazy. GT says, it's also known as Family Day here in Canada. Hence why I'm here. Daughter is hanging out with the dog and playing Animal Crossing with her friends, so I have time to tune in a bit. All right, man. Listen, I love the fact, man. You know what? Shout out to Guerrilla Tactics, man, that's out here being a great dad. You know what, man? Us dads gotta, you know what, support our dad friends, man. And so, shout out to you, man, being a good dad, man. All right, see, Guerrilla Tactics, Horizon will be the first game Sony would likely bring over to the Switch, since the Lego game is already there. I agree. You know, I think, you know what, they would probably, if you look at like from our standpoint, logically, you would think that was like, hey, that would be the one. You know, Horizon would be the one they dip their toes in because they already kind of dipped their toes in with the Lego game. And I kind of wonder how good that game sold. That's a good question. Timbo, what's going on with you? Timbo 72 in the building. Let me get you on the board. Got you. Montrack 3 said, I voted for Spider-Man. Listen, I ain't mad at you. I voted. If I had my choice, I would probably pick Spider-Man as well. But you gotta look. If you gotta look at it from Sony's perspective. You know, if Sony's perspective, I think, you know, it depends. If it's about money, then Spider-Man would be the choice. But Astrobot would be nice, but I can see why they want to keep it as a game of the year. You know what? Now they're attaching it to their brand, and they're advertising a lot more. So I don't know. I'm on track 3, got you on the board. All righty. All right, listen. You know what? Today, you know what? They have a rumor that GTA is coming out this year. And I don't know how they came up with this selection, but I pulled the article, and the date is, drum roll please, October the 28th, which is close, which is very, very close. If that happens, buddy, this Christmas, buddy, woo-wee. I mean, if the video games industry is on a decline, it's about to transform real quick, real fast. And a turnaround is about to happen in 2025 because it's gonna be crazy. I believe the Nintendo Switch 2, if they can produce those bad boys, will probably sell 20 million units this year. I'm just saying. GT says, if I had my choice, I would have Sony re-release White Knight Chronicles 1 and 2 for the Switch 2. It was a JRPG with online elements. Just gotta get the rights on level 5. Well, if I'm correct, does Nintendo owns level 5? That would be interesting. Device yeah, so I think Nintendo owns level 5 now, so that could be interesting. I think any JRPG RPG is going to sell absolutely phenomenal on the Switch 2 because of Nintendo's dominance over in Japan. I really, really think if I had my choice, man, listen, Sony, I know this is a hard, man, but give me the God of War trilogy on anything portable. I would love it on the Switch, though. I would absolutely love it. I don't want it on the portal. I need to sell that thing. That thing is just sitting up there is collecting dust, and I refuse to pay these high prices for the Sony Online. Refuse. I'm not paying all that money. So right now, let's see. Spider-Man is leading with 50% of the vote. Astrobot is at 10%. Horizon at 20%. New IP at 20%. A new IP would be interesting, but I don't think they would make a lot of money off a new IP. All right, so let's dig into some news. Don't want to hang around too long. This jibber jabbing. All right, where is a bunch of little news. This is a bunch of little news. Let me see. Let me get my switch over. All right. Steve, oh my bad. Steve M had a statement real quick. I'm gonna get Steve's statement on the board real quick. Steve M says, "I want Kingdom Hearts on Switch 2. No more cloud version." Yeah, you think that would be smart. You know what? You think that a lot of these companies, especially the ones who skipped out on the Switch at launch, knowing that a Switch 2 is coming, known for years that Switch 2 is coming, wouldn't have some of these games ready for that first year. Steve M says, also Legend of Dragon. Ooh, that would be a good one too. Lifestyles over there on Twitch. I ain't mad at you, my brother. Let me get you on the board real quick. All right, we had 14 people. Got you another spot. All right. So, first story of the night: Bungie's next game could be coming to the Switch. Ooh, a recent rumor alleges that Bungie's upcoming brand new IP may be making its way to Nintendo Switch on day one, in addition to PS5 and PC. Now, the question would be, it doesn't say Switch 2, it says Switch. It's a brand new IP. Project Gummy Bears could launch on Nintendo Switch day one alongside PS5 and PC. Project Gummy Bear reportedly draws inspiration from Nintendo's Super Smash Brothers and touted to be fun, colorful, and family friendly. Sony has recently shown interest in Switch releases with Lego Horizon Adventure, which may set a precedent for Project Gummy Bears. Project Gummy Bears. Hey, Megan, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. Let me get you on the board. Why I'm thinking about it, because if I don't, I'll forget. Got you, Megan, on the board. Gorilla Tactics got a comment. Let me see if I can. He says, Sony should tell Nintendo, get Nintendo Online off of those Windows XP servers so they can bring back. Oh man, that Windows XP, you had to take it there. All right, let me get back to the getting back. All right, wow, a Smash Brothers a Smash Brothers game that is in competition with the Switch. Um, it would work as long as there are no Smash Brothers. But as soon as Nintendo announces a new Smash Brothers, as soon as that game drop, whatever game Bungie's coming up would die off like it would fall off the cliff like a hard, heavy brick. Fast. That bad boy would fall off. People would stop playing that game immediately. But I mean, they can do it. It would do very well, I think, for a little while. Because I believe people that are that have PS5s are gonna buy a Switch. I believe that people that are diehard PlayStation fans are gonna have a PlayStation 5 and a Switch, just like people who are diehard Xbox fans are gonna have an Xbox and a Switch, and people that play PC is gonna have a Steam Deck and they're gonna have a Switch. It's gonna happen, and you know what? It's no way around it. Oh man, Guerrilla Tactics is funny, man. It sounds like Bungie is going for Destiny to some odd BS. Naughty Dog is making a game with featuring Jada Pinkett Smith, and Bungie's making PlayStation All Stars. Now listen, honey, PlayStation All Stars was good. I'm not even lying. But you know what? I always played as Kratos. But PlayStation All Stars was a pretty good game. Jada Pinkett Smith. Oh, good old Jada Pinkett. Mm-mm-mm. Well, you know what? Listen, I would like Sony to dip their toes in and go ahead and jump on this juggernaut that's coming. I mean, Nintendo is not going to do it. Nintendo, you'll never. I don't think you won't see. I think you've seen it. I seen it one time. You know what? You had Nvidia had their little console, and they had I think it was either 3 or 4 Nintendo IPs went onto that system, and that was it. And that thing did not sell. So Nintendo's IPs is not going to other places. I think Nintendo they played it smart. I think there'll always be a Nintendo system to buy because their IPs is locked in. They didn't cave and fold like Xbox and Sony. Xbox is going third party first, and Sony is probably the next domino to fall. I doubt if it fall. I think Xbox would definitely have a new system next generation, and so will Sony. But after that, I don't know. GT says, if CMG gets started, if CMG gets starts, if CMG starts making video hyping the upcoming Bungie game, he could find himself being a PlayStation All-Star. Their roster is on slim. Oh man, listen, CMG is my guy. He's so funny, man. Oh man. He could be on there and he could be like throwing like Legion goals, like that'd be his weapon. He have a big Legion goal, he'd be smashing people with the Legion goal. Silent Negotel says, "Sheep, the sheep will come eventually." All right, so I don't listen. It's nice to hear this thought process. I hope Sony makes a lot more decisions to bring some, being considered some IPs would probably do very, very well. I mean, Spider-Man would be phenomenal, but it all depends, financially, if Sony puts himself in a position that Xbox is. With Xbox, I'm kind of, I'm happy and I'm sad because I like what make Xbox unique, But now, what makes Xbox unique is not really there anymore. So they have to they trying to make some of this money back. You know what? So we're gonna get like a lot of their big time games this year. I like depending on what these games look like on April the 2nd. Then that will give me a better idea of which games are we gonna get every game from Xbox or which game we might not get. Are some of these games, are they parity? Like, is there a parity in these games between PS5 and Xbox Series X? Is it a little bit of drop off? Or is it like magic? Is DLSS on the Switch hardware based? Is it magic? Whew. It's gonna be this, like, boy, I tell you, April the 2nd can't get here fast enough because it's gonna be very, very interesting how that turns out. GT says, who wouldn't want to play as CMG in a game though? His finisher could be stated shut down. Oh man, why did you go back to the Stadia? All right, listen, for all my newcomers, let me give you a little background on the Stadia. See, my boy CMG, he remember the channel. He my guy. CMG my guy. So, but CMG, when he first started, he was, he was pushing Stadia really hard. All his streams was all based upon Stadia. And you're like, I bet you probably listen to, man, what is the Stadia? Stadia was that like Google? That's like Google's attempt to get into gaming, whatever. But he was rocking Stadia really hard, and then Stadia shut down. So GT has been GT has been legendary on his head about Stadia. And so now CMG has switched the game. He went from Stadia to Steam Deck to Legion Go. Now he's all in Legion Go. And he does some Switch stuff, but he'll probably really be on Switch too. But COG, man, you funny. Golly. I had buried Stadia. You brought it back. Oh man, all right. GT says, what's going on, everybody out there in PS All-Star land? Today I got exciting gameplay for you as I whoop Natrix behind me. I'm sorry. Oh my goodness. Stay tuned for Cherryman Gaming, aka CMG. Golly boy. Tormentor 20, man. What's going on, man? Oh, Steve L. He said, I just said an article in Discord. Chuck E. Cheese making arcades. One in Georgia? Uh-oh. Hold on 1 minute. All right, I'm going to get on that story in hot seconds if I can pull it up. I'm going to get Tormentor on the board real quick. Tormentor. Got you. You on the board. Let me I'm going to switch gears real quick. I want to see if I can pull this up. All right. Let's see. Discord. Oh, you said to me I don't have it on here? Dang, it's on my other iPad. Oh, come on, act right. All right, it's got to download. Maybe I can log in. I can get back to it because I want to pull that up. Supersonic Saved by Grace. Let me get you on the board too. All right, I might have to wait on that. I might have to look at it on my phone first. Let's see if I can pull that up. All right. Let me get Supersonic on the board. you on the board. Verse of the day comes out of what book? The book of Romans, chapter 8, verse 35 to 38. And it says, can anything ever separate us from Christ's love? Does it mean he no longer loves us if we have trouble or calamity, or are persecuted or hungry or desolated, or in danger or threatened with death? As it is written, for your sake we face death all day long. We are considered as sheep to be slaughtered. No, in all things we are more than conquerors through him who loved us. For I am convinced that neither death nor life, neither angels nor demons, nor neither the present nor the future, nor any powers. That's Romans 8, verses 35 through 38. Thanks, man, for sharing the verse of the day, my brother. Appreciate you. Those who don't know, man, this is I believe in Christ. I will serve him in every stance, everything that I've gotten. And so I'm so grateful that I'm able to share the word. I think it's nice to have other people who like it too. And I like to pray for y'all at the end of this day, because you know what, man, we all need prayer. GT says, let me get that. Sorry, it said, isn't Chuck E. Cheese just a giant kid arcade? I used to go there as a kid. My cousin and I would distract the staff and steal the prize tickets while they were filling the machine. God almighty, man. If you ain't stealing video games, you stealing prizes from Chuck E. Cheese. Jeez, oh Pete's, man. So, hey, Steve M., can you look to see where in Georgia? I just hope it's like an old school arcade. I'm trying to see if I can find it in Discord. Mm. All right, here you go. This is it's called Chuck's Arcades. Atari alum Chuck E. Cheese to the new mall arcade concept. All right, let's. I just want to see. Okay, so they opened up one in Miami. I don't care about Miami. I want to see if there's gonna be one in Georgia. Georgia. Okay, so all right, I'm about to read this later. I want to Buford. Okay, so Buford is not too far from me. Buford is probably about 55, maybe a solid hour away from me. Neo Prime in the building. What's going on, man? The 10 dads in the building. Let me get Neo on the board. So we have a prayer channel in our Discord. If you ever need some more people to pray for. Oh man, absolutely. I didn't even know that. I probably need to create that kind of channel on mine too. Oh, that was good. You know, that was good. Yeah, that's good information. Thanks, Neo. Appreciate you. Buford, Georgia. Buford, Georgia, man, is probably about an hour from me. Listen, hey, I'm absolutely doing it. Absolutely. It's going to happen like today. That's on my to-do list. I got a couple things I gotta get done this before this evening's up. I gotta cut my son's hair after my show. And then I have to get my setup together because I gotta do some DJing, practicing, because I have to DJ a wedding this upcoming Saturday. And I get myself ready for work tomorrow. It was nice having a day off and not having to go in, but that is all of it. Let's see. All right, let's get back to these stories. Let me switch back to the wheels of steel. Ooh, all right. So we off the Bungie. It'd be nice if whatever if they're creating some form of Smash Brothers game. I just hope it's good. I hope it ain't too silly. Let's see. See, listen, I've had this discussion before this year, and I've had people, even some of my friends, saying who follow more politics than they do video games, and then, and so the big thing is like, hey man, that Nintendo Switch 2 is gonna be like, oh, it's gonna be about $500. It's not. People forget, like, when Trump was in office the first time, he put tariffs on Japan. And what did Nintendo do? They did the smartest thing possible. They said, hey, you know what? We're just manufacturing those bad boys in Vietnam. Vietnam don't have the tariffs, and so they just let the system be built and shipped from Vietnam. They avoid the tariffs. That's what countries do, man. That's what businesses do. They say, all right, you know what? Instead of having them bad boys coming from Mexico and from these countries that got these tariffs, we just build them somewhere else. It's just a shift. It just shifts, and that causes these companies to make those kind of adjustments. So that's why these tariffs sometimes kind of benefits America in a long time. I'm not agreeing with everything Donald Trump is doing. Don't think that. I think some stuff is like, listen, stay prayed up. But when it comes to tariffs, kind of in agreement. I think, these countries need to be tariffs a little bit just to bring them to the table. And what's what it does is bringing them to the table. These companies are saying, hey, people don't want to lose money. So what they do, they come into the table and say, hey, how do we avoid this? How can we negotiate to figure out what you need? And so it gets people talking, and I think it makes it a better situation for America. But you know what? China, Japanese company are very smart. They that way. So that's why I don't think the tariffs is going to definitely affect the Nintendo Switch 2. If they come out and say, hey, we're going to price it at $350, I think, it's going to be $350. Think about it. We had tariffs on the Switch, not a price hike, none of that. Nothing changed about the Switch and them tariffs. Matter of fact, and believe it or not, those tariffs did not go away once Biden got into office. Them same tariffs has been there, so the price of the Switch never went up. So it's not going to affect us anyway. So we good. Nintendo president addresses whether U.S. tariffs will raise Switch 2 prices. Nintendo Switch is not only manufactured in China, but in places such as Vietnam and Cambodia as well. We are predicting various geopolitical risks and establishing ways to respond, said Furukawa. Like I said, people, they panicking because they hear tariffs. They think, oh, things going to go up. I said, no, it's not. It's going to, it might, but it won't be for long because countries going to say, hey, because everybody like to make money. And, the beautiful thing about, America, it's the largest economy. So, people, they spend the most here in America. So other countries are going to come and say, hey, how we figure this out? Because by far, it's better to work with America than to be an enemy of it. And that's not me tooting America's horn by any stretch of imagination, but financially, you got to look at it from a money standpoint. It's like, well, if they're the biggest economy and they're buying my stuff, I need to figure this thing out. America is the largest video game consuming country of all the countries. And so, of course, they're going to shift to assist to figure these things out. And most companies, if they were smart, they should have predicted like, hey, this could happen again. So let's not get caught with our pants down. GT says, over here, people are panicking. Got a portion of the country who want to join America, another half that don't. It's actually rather funny. If you ignore the facts, we don't have a functioning government. I watched a story today because I like to watch is it CBNC or CNBC? That's what I like to watch. And I catch their little highlights and clips, say on YouTube or whatever. And that was a big discussion. They had a panel of this, people just over from Canada, and that's one of the things they were saying. It's like, hey, you know what? Right now the current, I believe, is it prime minister or president over in Canada is getting ready to leave, and so right now they don't have nobody in control quite yet. And so, I mean, that's why I think it was very strategic that, then them decisions were made. But, when it comes to video games, I think we are good. Don't everybody lose their mind like, the Nintendo Switch 2 is gonna be $500. It's not. Steve M says my Zelda edition Switch Lite was made in Cambodia. See, exactly. Oh, you know what, Steve? I got a question to ask you. Did you ever switch that screen over to your to an OLED screen? If so, man, put some pictures of it running some games or a quick little video of running a game into the Discord chat. I would love to see how that thing turned out. I've seen some other pictures of it and it looks phenomenal, but I want to see it actually. I'm saying that bad boy running the game. Cause I'm thinking about it, man. I'm really thinking about buying me a Switch Lite, especially if it goes on sale. I'm hoping they go on sale. Matter of fact, if the Switch Lite go on sale for $100, I'm gonna buy one just so I can put an OLED screen in it. See, GT says, we realize that we do 90% of our trade with the states, so it takes only one person with a radical mindset to break our economy. We're on the mindset that this can't be the case in the future. Yeah, I mean, you know what? This whole situation politically is going to force a lot of different countries to a shift to a system to not put themselves in positions where their economy can be manipulated by the decisions of one or two people. Neil Prime says, I have a broken Switch Lite and I'm thinking about doing the same thing to upgrade the OLED and make it dockable. Oh, is it? You can make it dockable too? Oh. Now that's special. I didn't know you would make it dockable. I thought it was just an OLED. Ooh, to make the Switch Lite dockable. Man, listen, I would tell you right now, listen, I don't know if y'all I think about video games quite a bit. But could y'all imagine what the Switch 2 Lite is going to be like? That's what I'm looking for. I'm like, oh, man. Because, it's going to have to be bigger than the original Switch Lite, right? But how much bigger? I don't know. Hey, this is a good time to be a gamer. This is like, when the original Switch came out, man, it was such a good run. It was those first, I would say, like maybe 5 years of the Switch, it was like so good. So good. I mean, it's still good now, but them first 5 years was like, oh man, magical. Especially in the first 2 years, man. Man, it was good times. Good times. GT says, Gaming Dad out here punching air because we made him give away that Switch Lite. No, listen, no, I didn't. I very well could have kept that Switch Lite and probably made some money later on in life. But that's okay, though. I bought it to give away. So, man, listen, boy, I tell you, if anything, GT, man, you funny. The kid I saw does it. Oh, buddy. Oh, man. That's huge, man. That is huge. The Jack Black, what's going on, man? Steve M says, I do have the HDMI kit, but I have the OLED screen, and it's very nice. Oh, so jelly. Listen, I'm just hoping Nintendo go ahead and drops that price of that Switch Lite and make it like $100. I don't want to buy a used one. I want to buy a brand new one. Put a brand of this. That be my little price. Matter of fact, Steve, was it easy to install, or did you have it installed? Is the question. Jack Black, let me get you on the board real quick. Why I'm thinking about it. Got you on the board. So, don't worry about the pricing on Switch 2. I would say that, since speaking of pricing, I think I spoke on this before, but I'll speak on it again. I believe that it's probably going to be $399. But if Nintendo wants to throw everybody in a frenzy and have everybody on Earth have 2 and 3, it's gonna be 350. And the reason why I believe it could be 350 is for this notion: Nintendo wants you buying more than one system. They just don't want you buying one for the family. Nope, they want you buying 3 and 4 in that household. They want a bunch of people like my household where I have one, my son has one, my wife has one. Like everybody in my household has a Switch. Nintendo wants that same. They want that same process to happen all over again. See, $400 say, you got to share with your brother. 350 might say, okay, I get you one now, I'll get you one later. You know what? It gives parents that option to say, well, I can save up $700. But $800 sounds like, ooh, that's close to $1,000. But $700 says, you know what? It's not quite close. It's more closer to $500. See, Nintendo is thinking about the parent mindset. That's why I believe, man. Listen, they can mess around and drop this thing for $350 and have the whole. It would erupt just like the announcement. If it comes out and it's $350, okay. If it's $350, for those of you who are parents, are you buying one for yourself and your child? You absolutely are. If Nintendo figure out some way to keep that bad boy at $350, buddy, lights out. That bad boy is gonna be sold out for. It would never drop. That thing would never get a price drop. It would be $350 for the whole life cycle. Oh man, that would be absolutely phenomenal. I would so be happy if it's $350. $350 saves me a good $100. $350 says, all right, I get to, and I can get a couple games. $400 says, you know what? It cuts down my game selection with $400. And I think Nintendo wants you to buy more games too. They want you to buy more third-party games. I think, listen, $400 sounds logically, that sounds like the best, best way to go for Nintendo. But $350, buddy, would sound so consumer friendly, and they can hold their hat on that. Just imagine in their advertisement. Oh no, don't pay $500. You can pay $350, and you get the latest and greatest. That's a marketing campaign, buddy, that will just ride off into the sunset. GT says it went to a good cause, and a couple years we're going to make you give away a Switch 2 to an underprivileged kid that you can come across in your life. You know what? Listen, I'm with that. You know what? I think, once we figure out this thing, like, there are some YouTube channels that's giving away Nintendo Switch 2s day one. I just know I couldn't do that. Not right off the jump. Because I got too many to make sure I secure for my own kids first. And then, we're working around to maybe at Christmas, maybe we give out to somebody during Christmas. Steve M says, it was easy, but he said, I done shell swaps and pretty familiar with taking the light apart. Okay, all right. Yeah, I've taken the Switch apart. The original Switch, I have replaced a couple of things. I had to replace the fan in it before. I replaced the heat sink. I've done a lot of doctoring to the original Switch, but that Switch Lite, I looked at it like, I don't know. GT says, Nintendo wants you to have multiple Switch consoles in the house, but make it plain to have more than one Switch with the same account. Neo Prime, listen, man, my children are buying their own. Listen, Neo, man, my children are buying their own too. Now, my son Joseph is in school, and I know he doesn't have money. So I think me and my wife are going to come together for his, because he can't not have one, and my son Joshua was smart and paid for his already, and my daughter makes enough money where she can buy her own, and my other kids, they make enough money to buy their own. Cause everybody got jobs except for my son Joseph, and Joshua doesn't have a job, but he kind of works with me. So yeah, man. Listen, but I know for sure I got to at least secure 3 for sure. I don't know if my wife will get one. She's always a late bloomer. She got to switch later in life. This is another good question, man. Is anybody trading in their old Switch for a Switch 2? Oh, buddy, listen, that is a hard decision. You know what? I might trade in my OLED. I just might. Because I'm not trading in my Switch Lite, because that's how I started my channel. I'm not trading in my all red Switch OG because it's red and it's dope. But my OLED, it might make it to the chopping block. GT says, absolutely not. I'm taking my daughter's Switch. Gotta share with the old man. I got Fire Emblem to play. Technically, I bought the handheld, so it's mine. Oh man. Neil says 350 if there's no OLED. I believe they can go 350 and have a price drop on everything else. I think they can probably go 300 for the OLED, or even 275, and do a 350 Switch 2. Really, 250 would be like the sweet spot. If they went 250 OLED, 200 Switch OG, and do like a $99 Switch Lite. Oh man, buddy, that would be great. So we could all pitch in and toward donating. Hey, listen, I'm all in favor of that. I listen. By me, my second job, I run to a lot of kids who are like in foster care. I run to kids in my school, man, who who struggle with things to eat. So I always run to kids who need something. And so the only thing about it, like some of these kids, who struggle to eat, they might get that Switch OLED and be, their parents be like, okay, it's time to go sell it because we need to pay rent. Or, it's just one of them things, man. It's like you want to give the kid that that will appreciate it. Like the kids I gave those switches to, they appreciate it. Like they right now they got moved from a foster parent home, so now they're in a group home, but I still see them. And they get to have them in their rooms at the group home, and they just, and every time they see them, they be like, Mr. Reed, thank you. Neil Prime says that there's always one kid who doesn't work. I kid. That's awesome. You're right. It's always one, man. But listen, the only thing about it, he in college, so it's one of them things. Like he tried to find him a job in school, man, but the school where he's at, man. He has his major, but I really don't think he's gonna stick it out there, because there's nothing else to do. Nothing. It's nothing to do there. So I don't know. GT says, I might trade in both my Switch consoles to fund my daughter's Switch 2. I don't play them, and she plays hers, so it's not like I can trade in her Switch. But I thought you bought them. All right, good people. Let's switch. Go to another story real quick. Nintendo Alarmo is now a lot easier to buy. Man, listen. I want one. I'm not gonna lie to you. I want one. I just want someone else to buy it for me. I can't foresee myself paying $100 for a clock. And I believe this is how much that thing costs. It costs $100. Let's see. It says Nintendo Sound Clock. Nintendo Sound Clock Alarmo is now available on my Nintendo Store. No Nintendo Switch Online membership required. Available while supplies last. Once again, I just want somebody else to buy it. $99 is a lot for a clock that displays music. I just don't foresee myself saying, "Hey, you know what? That thing is half of a Switch Lite. I'm just going for a clock to see Mario run across. I mean, it's dope. I would love to have one in my classroom or even in my little room, but it would just I just don't foresee myself buying one. Neo, I got a question to ask you. Are y'all guys planning on attending New York for the launch, or you just gonna be like, I'm just gonna stick it out for put up on the launch of the Switch 2? Or are you guys gonna go just to do something locally? Because I'm still thinking about it. Like, ooh man, if I can figure it out. It kind of depends, you know what? It kind of really depends. All right, so of course, this story has been big, going around, and this is from your boy Phil Spencer. He said, "I know it's not what everybody else is doing. Xbox boss Phil Spencer will keep on putting PlayStation and Nintendo logos in Microsoft showcases." Ooh, it would suck to be like if you were just a loyal Xbox guy. This would suck for me. If I was like so loyal that like, man, I'm not playing nothing else. I just play my Xbox and that's it. I would be like, oh man, I would feel betrayed. That's why I'm glad I have a multi consoles. I have no dog in the fight. I don't care. I'm gonna play with the games are at. But to be loyal to one system, man, that's like PC game. That's like being a Steam player and say, you know what, now you have to go to PC and you got to go to Windows and play all your games. Or like Steam shutting down and saying, hey, you can get your stuff off the Epic Game Store. That's crazy. GT says, true. I pay for everything in this house, but all the electronics in my house keep belonging to everyone but me. Girlfriend uses my phone to watch YouTube. We're out. Daughter uses the PC to play games. Man, the invasion is real. What's mine is theirs. What's theirs is theirs. That's pretty much the hierarchy of this house. So, GT, when you get married? I bet you wasn't expecting that question. When you get married, man, so I can make sure that we could be there. I could be there with my handy dandy camera. All right, but back to Phil Spencer and the Dark Doom Ages. Let's see, what does Phil says? I'm trying to read what he said. That was just like, it pretty much, what? Listen, not saying everything. What Phil Spencer said, I thought was most like, ooh, is just like, what? We're not trying to bring everybody to Xbox anymore. We're trying to turn everything else into Xbox. And as a Nintendo guy, I'm here for that. No. Supersonic Say by Grace says, so tariffs mean Switch costs $450 instead of $400. No, it does not. Tariffs means it just applied to, he applied tariffs to certain countries. And so what other, like, let's say for instance, like what Nintendo did, and they did this the first time Trump applied these tariffs. Nintendo has multiple places where their systems are manufactured and assembled. And so, like for instance, Steve M just said like his Switch Lite comes from Cambodia, and so those countries don't have tariffs. So that's how Nintendo escapes the tariffs that's being placed on Japan. You know what? They can just have their stuff shipped to America from different countries. The tariff doesn't apply. Now, if those countries, like if he went to say, all right, you know what, if tariffs will apply to Cambodia or Vietnam, then Nintendo will have to make they're going to make some other adjustments. You know what? So I look at the area in which I live in right now, and this is why I hate to get off topic, but tariffs sometimes can be beneficial because you know what, companies like Microsoft had to make large investments in America to offset the price of those tariffs because, you know what, it was deals that were to be made. So a lot of these big countries, a lot of these big companies, what they do, they make deals with America to say, hey, all right, we'll build A, B, and C here in America, and then you know what, more jobs to come here in America. So, for instance, I know where I stay at, they just built two very, very large solar power battery plants here, you know, like within a 30-minute drive from me. And so what happens is the economy around me is like blooming. Like my property value has jumped up 200%. You know what? Since the announcement of some of these deals, and so much stuff is being built around us now that to accommodate the amount of workers is going to have to be to deal with this plant. And then also Microsoft has a $1 billion investment to a city that's like 30 minutes from me also. So, you know, you got all this investment coming in, which is, you know, those things are byproducts of tariffs that was made, you know, with other countries that are still in place. Like, so it becomes a win-win. But no, that doesn't mean 450. I think 400 wouldn't shock me. 450 would shock me. And I believe that 350 would be mind-blowing. GT says, man, too soon. We're living heathens right now. Oh, playing house without putting a ring on it for the time being. Man, listen, I would tell you from a guy who played house and had children out of wedlock, the struggle was real. But once we brought it together and got obedient underneath God's house, buddy, it just transformed our lives. Oh, man, it's the best decision I could have ever made. I should have made it earlier. Go ahead, turn that lady into a good woman. He said, like some religious heathens. The only issue with tariffs is that he is putting them on resources too. Thus, Nintendo needs to make sure that there is no Canadian steel in the Switch 2 or they'll still get tariffs. He's absolutely correct. But I think, once again, I think Nintendo is smart enough to make that dance. That's why I believe 400 is logical. 350 would be amazing. 450 would be an issue. I really think 450 is like, oh, buddy, you're not going to reach that mark with 450. Yeah, Nintendo was still sell in the U.S., but you could see reduced stock due in favor of Japan at launch. Yeah, absolutely. You are absolutely correct. And that's what I think that's the point of it where I think people need to really pay attention is because Japan will continue to they're gonna sell like crazy to Japan. Japan, boy, because you know they dominate so hard over there, and I mean think about it. It's 30 million units over in Japan. That's a lot. They sold 30 million plus Switches over in Japan. And matter of fact, looking at the last little sales numbers, they still like the Switch is still number one again in Japan. All right, so it would be really nice if that the Switch 2 release date is May 15th. I really, really hope the Switch 2 is released on May 15th, right along with Doom: The Dark Ages. And I really hope Doom: The Dark Ages is a Nintendo Switch 2 day one experience. Another good question is, do we get gameplay of Call of Duty on the Switch on April the 2nd? These are some questions I got. Like, do we get gameplay of Madden on April the 2nd? I will be all in favor of that. Please just keep it happening. I just want to know, do we get that kind of gameplay? I believe we're going to get, of course, we get gameplay of Metroid, of Pokemon ZA, of course, the Nintendo titles. But I'm looking at I'm more interested in what third parties come to the table and say, hey, you know what, we got gameplay for you. I've seen enough of Monster Hunter Wilds that I wouldn't care. It will be a boring part of their show if I had to see that. I just want to see how it runs. If it runs fine, great. Off to the next thing. CMG in the building. What's going on, man? Hey, man, Guerrilla Tactics been on your head, CMG. I'm telling them, snitching. Look at CMG on the board real quick. Cool Breezy is taking it easy for Sheezy. I got you on the board, my brother. Welcome to the stream. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Oh man. Listen, I'm gonna pull the chat up real quick. CLG, man. He been on you. And you weren't even here to defend yourself. GT says, I am just ready to fight these bots on Amazon. This actually is the first time where I have a grand saved up. We'll get what's it? I think we'll be getting a Switch 2 within the first 2 weeks, even if I gotta buy from a scalper. Look at you. Look at you. Good being a great daddy. I know you listen, boy, you the man. Got you. Listen, Nintendo gonna make some money off you this year. CMG says Switch 2 is coming soon. Yes, sir. CMG, matter of fact, I don't know if Neil Prime is still in here too, but y'all give me your prediction dates for release. Like, which date are you putting your hat on? Which date are you putting your hat on? I'm putting my hat on. I think I said the 9th. Let me look at the calendar. I'll put my hat on May 9th. I think May 9th is the day. I think we're gonna have pre-order. I think they're gonna have launch events on the 8th. I think it's the 9th. It's got to be the 9th or the 16th. I'm holding my hat on the 9th. What dates do you guys have? GT says, what up, PlayStation All-Stars? GT after me again. Listen, hey, man, he been on you. Dookie. Is that a double dookie for Michael Jordan? My brother, let me get you on the board. Dookie. Gotcha. Son of Nuggetel says scalpers. Right. He gonna get the scalpers some money. See, all I said was that Sony's roster is so thin that you could be a PlayStation All-Star. You start making videos for them. You said, what are scalpers? Scalpers are what's going on? It said Lucas Mucus. Well, welcome, Lucas Mucus. I like the name. Lucas Mucus. YT. Welcome to the stream, my brother. Got you on the board. Said people who mark up the price or something. Yeah, those are the people. The people that buy, they jump on real quick. They buy the system at MSRP, and then they sell it for $1,000. Those scalpers. I hope I can go into a store and just pre-order it. I'm gonna be on like Best Buy, cause that's how I got through last time with the Switch. I had to hook up. I made sure I talked to my couple man. I got a couple couple GameStops I talked to. Pre-ordered 2 there, and then I jumped on Best Buy. I pre-ordered 1 online, and then I went into the Best Buy store and then pre-ordered 1. So I was able to get around for my kids. So I'm hoping I can duplicate that same experience and make it happen. Lucas Mucus, man, welcome to the channel, man. If you wouldn't mind, man, hitting the like button for us. We just kind of right now, we are just chit-chatting, talking about pricing for the Nintendo Switch 2. And and how tariffs could affect our decision making. So I appreciate it, brother. I dropped a like and sub. Have a good stream. Thank you, man. I appreciate you, man. Appreciate you. So yeah, we just chit chatting, hoping that Nintendo Switch drops on May 15th. I hope that's the date. I really think Nintendo's in a position to do a iPhone like experience. You know, that's one thing I do like about Apple. I know for sure if this is their reveal date or whatever they're revealing, I can either pre-order next week and that following week. It's not no longer than 2 weeks. And I think Nintendo could be in a position where they can make that happen. I think a month is great. I think that's all they need. Get themselves a solid month of promoting that bad boy. It's gonna sell, word of mouth, videos. They're gonna dominate the summer. They're gonna dominate the summer. Especially if they set up the right games to come out within that span. Excuse me. So I'm really, really it's gonna be really interesting to see how this thing turns out. But May 15th, I'm sticking with my guns. All right, let's get back to the wheels of steel. Let's talk about has anybody bought any new games from Target? All right, listen, I saw a couple videos where people going to the Target, they're getting all kind of clearance. It said during a Target clearance sale, Nintendo fans scored some amazing deals on Switch titles and shared their discoveries on social media. The only thing about it, like for me, like it's not a whole lot of games that I mean, I have all the games I really want right now. It's really only 1 or 2 games I was like, oh man, I really want. But I gotta wait. They're not even out yet. Target stores are offering deep discount on Nintendo Switch games like Super Mario 3D World and new Pokemon Snap. Nintendo Switch 2 is expected to be releasing in 2025 and will be backwards compatible with more physical and digital Switch games. Let's see. Some lucky shoppers found amazing deals on games like Octopath Traveler 2 and Hades for under $30 at Target stores. On social media, Nintendo Switch fans have shared some clearance sales deals that they found at some Target stores, including deep discounts on Switch games like normally don't go on sale. The Switch titles that were shown off in the Target hauls include Super Mario 3D World, Bowser's Fury, new Pokemon Snap, and Octopath Travelers 2. I thought about this going into Target tomorrow just to see what they have. I think I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna go check out what they have, and if it's worth it, you know, it's worth it. Did anybody else take advantage of any of those sales? Let me see. GT says how do scalpers get away with upcharging? They buy them. They get these bots and they attach their accounts to these bots, and these bots go in before you can get in there and punch your stuff in. They go in and buy the system. The system gets delivered, and then you get stores like eBay, and people get on eBay. They say, "Hey, I can sell for $1,000." You know, you can sell anything on eBay. And they get on eBay and sell them for $1,000, and people buy it. Let's see. It seemed like they should be fixed costs by Nintendo only. Yeah, but you can't fix. Like right now, like, hey, if I wanted to sell my PlayStation 5 right now, and I wanted to sell it for $1,000, I very well could, and Sony couldn't do nothing about it because I bought it. Now, how much you pay for it after I bought it is different. Only games I have bought this year on Switch are Tales through Daybreak and Xenoblade are pre-ordered. Been spending my gaming time playing 2K before they shut down the servers. Ooh-wee. You know what? I didn't buy 2K last year. Oh no, matter of fact, I did buy 2K last year. I bought it on the Steam Deck. I didn't buy 2K this year, and I'm probably not. I'm probably gonna wait. I'll pick up the new 2K, but then because I could play with my Pistons because they're playing pretty good right now. Alarmo is easy to buy. Before, you had to make sure that you were a Nintendo Online member. So if you're not a Nintendo Online member, you can buy it now. It was harder to buy. Hate that you can't play My Career when they shut down the servers. Yep. I still like when when they played out, they put the whole experience on the cartridge. I like that. Like, hey, if I bought a game, let me put that whole thing on there and let I wish Congress would make these video game companies uphold that. Like, hey, if this is the experience you're selling, you just can't just cut it off because you don't want to support it. If you get it out there, they got to support it at least for another 5 years after the game is released. CMG says, I didn't get NBA 2K25 either. I haven't bought a 2K game in a while. Yeah, you know what? That's how it was for me for a long time with Madden. But I did buy Madden I've bought Madden the last 4 years. I've been pretty consistent with Madden. But 2K, you know what? I did not buy it this year. Just like, you know what? This is some of the same old, same old. That's why I wish, NBA Live would come back. Oh man, I wish NBA Live would come back. I wish EA would go ahead and say, hey, let's go ahead and make a legit basketball game, and let's call it College Basketball 2026. Buddy, listen, you get my money day one. I'm hoping somebody makes a college basketball game this year because the college football experience was super dope. All right, GT says, I played NBA 2K on my career mode. I like to get a season or two in each year. I'm the one of these weird people who play sports games for the story. You are weird. But you know what? I like career mode. I don't give it a whole lot of time because I really like, how it used to be. Like, I like playing with my Pistons, no matter if they sorry or not. And I have me an ultimate team. Like I might play with, let's say, for instance, my only what team do I play with? I used to always play with Golden State, but this year I've been playing with a lot of Spurs. I like playing with the Spurs now, boy. I throw that bad boy in the middle, buddy. It's going down. I want like a cheat code. CMG says, let's see, so yeah, I would love to see an NCAA college basketball to come back. Yeah, I would love it. This probably one of them games that like needs to come back because the football was outstanding. Outstanding, man. I'm hoping I hope college football, man, comes to the Switch. Oh my goodness. Come on, EA, put it in handheld mode so I can really, really get it in. So basketball video games need more competition for NBA 2K to be better. That's the whole. You know what? I don't know if you paid attention to it. That's like it's hard for me to watch the NBA because of that competition. I like watching my Pistons of late because they playing really good defense, and so teams that play defense I like to watch. Because you know what I mean, if you playing good defense, then the game becomes all more competitive. But if it's just like a shootout, I don't want to see that. I don't see you going back and forth in the shootout with threes from threes. I want to see some good defense. So it's crazy, but you're right. They need to make games a little bit more competitive. Just a little bit more competitive. Yeah. Oh man, it's been fun dealing with all the personalities of the team and basically telling everyone in the organization that Big Chuckles is a star. Oh man, gotta love it, man. Gotta love it. I remember, man, back when my favorite NBA Live game had to be like NBA Live '97. It was either '97 or '98. It was a cover with what was that guy that black dude who played for the Celtics? But yeah, man. Oh man, I love that game. Love that game, boy. And I used to play with the Boston Celtics, and I'm not even a Celtics fan, but they had Kenny Anderson on that bad boy. They had a squad, a balanced squad, and a bench. Okay, all right, enough of that. All right, let's see. Epic Game Store sales on PC reach $1 billion in 2024. I mean, that's huge because I can only imagine if they reach 1 billion on Epic Game Store, even with all the games they give away. What is it like on Steam? I want to know how much Steam got to be made. Steam got to be making more than that. That's still a lot. 1 billion. The top titles by player spending and engagement: Genshin Impact, Rocket League, Grand Theft Auto 5. I don't know what's that. I don't know that Star Rail. I don't know what that is. Fortnite, EA Sports, FC 24, Destiny, Alan Wake 2, Fall Guys, Cyberpunk 2077. You know what? Tracking Shell 5, what's going on, man? Welcome. You know what? This is another good question, man. Does the Nintendo Switch 2 get Cyberpunk 2077? I would think that, you know what? To me, it's like that's a game that should be there day one. Does Nintendo get Black Myth Wukong? I mean, see, those are the questions I won't answer. I want to say, okay, what are some of these third-party games that I know are super dope? Like, do we get those things day one? Do we get Red Dead? I think we get Red Dead Redemption 2. But I would love. I didn't pick up Black Myth Wukong, but I would love. I'm kind of waiting. I'm trying to say, hey, if it's coming to the Switch, I'm gonna wait. Do we get Grand Theft Auto 5? I think we should. I think we should. GT says, hold on, let me put this up. So he says, best was NBA Live 03. Woo wee. Yeah, that 03, 04, yeah, that was dope. Play franchise mode, get LeBron, Melo, Bosh, Wade, all on the same team because the highest rated of them all was like 78. Then just wreck every other team. Yeah, you know what? Yeah, 04 to me was a tad bit better than 03 because 04, I think, was it 04? Did 03 have a slam dunk competition? I think it was 04. I know 04 had it for sure because that was the year that they had Ben Wallace on the cover. But yeah, man, they had the slam dunk competition. They had all kind. It was really creative. You could have a lot of fun with that bad boy, and I love getting a team and just playing the whole season. That was my jam. Just to be able to say, you know what, listen, hey, you know, you win some, you lose some. You didn't like to lose, but you dealt with it. CMG says, although definitely should get Cyberpunk 27. I forgot all about that game. Yeah, you know what? I just think I'm trying my best to think of games that, you know what, you it was hot for a hot minute, but you know what, life goes on. We tend to forget about them. And how many games can really Nintendo be? They can really be in the loop for Nintendo Switch 2. And then how long is this presentation going to be? I just think the presentation is going to be over an hour. I think it's enough games that they can put out there that will make this thing be an hour. Because you know what? They're going to have to talk about some of the things with the system. Some of the gadgets, some of the things that's going to make this thing different than anything else. How this mouse play is going to work. What games is going to take advantage of the mouse controls. Whew. That's the information I'm waiting on. Mario Paint. Hey, oh man, exactly. To me, they should include Mario Paint with the system. to me, like if at any time that Nintendo can add a game into the system, it should be Mario Paint. GT says, man, y'all act like Rockstar releasing games like that. You may get Red Dead 2, but Cyberpunk and GTA 5 are Cyberpunk and GTA ports. Said then it would be $400 for the game. Yeah, you absolutely right. The GT is Grand Theft Auto 6 is coming out this year. Doubt they are going to. They're going back this year to port GTA 5 for the 20th time. If I think they go back and port it if it makes financial sense. I would tell you right now, it's like kids bought like GTA 3, that remake. I think if you got GTA 5 and it's a launch title, people will buy it. People would buy that game just to have it on the go. I think because we got Red Dead 1 on the Switch, I think we get Red Dead 2 on the Switch 2 for sure. Man, it's gonna be I'm really gonna be like, man, how many games do we get? How many games do we get announced? It make more financial sense just to downgrade GTA 6 and port it over. You right. Listen. I'm not disagreeing with you on that. But I believe I think Rockstar is the kind of company that would say, "Hey, if you want GTA 5, here it is, and we'll sell it to you for $40, and we'll sell you GTA 6 when it drops, whenever it drops." Because I think if you get them GTA 5 now, when GTA 6 drops, they don't have to launch a day and date with the Switch 2. They can let everybody their mama buy it on other systems, and then have a resurgence putting it onto the Switch, maybe like Christmas time or the first of next year. I think to me that's the move. Because GTA 5 will still get sold all the way through Christmas, and then a GTA 6 will be out. It'll be the hottest thing on other consoles, but then first of the year you bring it back on the Switch, you get another resurgence of the game, a resurgence of its popularity, and having it out there, and people are going to pick it up just to have it portably. A lot of different interesting ways to go. All right, let's see. The Switch 2 needs to abandon the past and introduce a new Nintendo franchise. I believe they will. I'm still sad that Nintendo abandoned ARMS. I was really pulling for ARMS 2 because ARMS was fun and it sold 3 million. I mean, I know that wasn't like Nintendo standard, but still 3 million units is pretty good. I mean, they definitely made money off of ARMS. So ARMS 2 would be like, I really, really hope we get an ARMS 2. The ARMS 2, I think ARMS 1, it didn't sell as well as it should have because Smash Brothers was too close. It was too close to releasing. So to me, like another great question. You know what? Hey, do we get a brand new Smash Brothers, or do we get this update with all the fighters on one cartridge? See, Splatoon was too close. You know what? You're right. Splatoon was too close, and that took away that umph of that online play. GT says, I think you're going to see a shocking Bully 2 announcement by the time next year. Whew, you could be right. Um, yeah, you definitely could be right. Yeah, I think that Splatoon and Smash Brothers. I think they both came too close um to Arms, and so I think they can bring Arms back. It just got to be in a position where it's got to have time to breathe and build a community where people want to continue to play it. Like I believe Arms 2 at launch would be super good, and don't give us Smash Brothers to next year. Allow Arms 2 to really breathe and really have some momentum and build a community where people will say, hey, you know what? I can play them both. Because Arms was fun. Arms was a fun experience, especially playing in the same house. Oh, my son Joseph would get so upset. He felt like we was always jumping him. GT says Arm 2 will be the Switch 2 launch game with the Mario Kart 9 coming out holiday. Nah. They didn't show Mario Kart. Mario Kart is a launch title. They didn't show that bad boy off. Mm-mm. I don't think they backtrack from that. Holiday 2026. That's like next year. Nah. Arms 2 will be a nice launch title, but I don't think they go back and forth. The product says, I wonder if they'll give Smash the Mario Kart 8 treatment. Make it deluxe. No need to develop a new one. You know what? The bad part about it though, Neil, like everybody would buy it. I think if you gave them Smash, you gave them all the Fighters Pass, and you say, hey, look, we're gonna put out a new Fighters Pass, people would rebuy that game. That's a Nintendo rinse and repeat um tactic, and you know what? They would definitely rebuy. I mean, I would rebuy it. I'm not gonna lie to you. If they gave me everything on one cartridge and they gave me a new Fighters Pass coming, you know what? How think about the times and experiences you have watching directs, knowing that you was getting a new character. It made the direct just that much more enjoyable. CMG says I enjoyed Arms. I still have the game. Yeah, I still have it too. I haven't played it. I haven't jumped on online and see if it's still a community. I wonder if it is. But yeah, you know what? So Neo Prime would, if they announced a Smash Deluxe, would you pick it up? Would it be day one for you? I would pick it up. Smash is fun. Smash is to me Nintendo's form of Halo when it comes to couch potato, because to have 8 people playing is hilarious, and especially if one of the people in that bunch can't take losing well, it's the best. Oh, that's the best. All right, let's see. GT says Mario Kart 9 is not coming out this year, especially if Metroid releases this year. It's been 5 years since they announced that joint. I disagree with you because think about it like this: Mario Kart 8, you know, that thing originally came out on the Wii U. So think about how long they just updated that thing. Um, I believe now Mario Kart is the launch title. They have learned their lesson. Nintendo would not launch a system without some major Mario franchise. So the only way I can believe that Mario Kart is going to come out during Christmas if a major mainline Mario releases day one with the system. Nintendo will never ever do that again. They did that with the Switch, with the Wii U, and look at what it got them. To be honest, you know what game I would love to see come over to the Switch 2 that didn't come to Switch 1 that should have was Nintendo Land. Bring Nintendo Land was such a great game. He said, "Of course I would buy it." GT said, "I think you get Pokemon Arms, Metroid, and a long with rumored Zelda Wind Waker Twilight Princess remastered this year. I don't think so. I mean, we might get those games, but to launch the system, no, it's gonna be some form of mainline Mario. It won't be Zelda. It's gonna be a mainline Mario or Mario Kart. Um, I don't think we get these remakes of Zelda and Twilight Princess. You know what I think we get? I think we get GameCube um, online, and I think those games, including those Metroid games we were supposed to get and didn't get, are coming to that online service, and that'll be their reason to raise the money, to raise the price. I said raise the money. That'll be their reason to raise the price, and I think that's what happens. That's what you get, and I think that's going to be a really a phenomenal experience. Don't forget, good people, to get your vote on YouTube. And the question of the night is, if Sony was to bring its first-party IPs to the Nintendo Switch 2, which game would be first? And the three selections are Spider-Man, Astrobot, Horizon, and a new IP. Which one of those four would be first? And still sticking down top at 50% is Spider-Man. Spider-Man would sell so well. But it depends on Nintendo. I mean, if Sony willing to make some money compared to preserving their IPs, they have to sit back and be watching how Nintendo is really saving their company. Like, there'll always be a Nintendo system because their IPs are so valuable. If at GT, don't forget your third entry. Solid Knuckle Tales is gonna make sure you get on there 3 times as nice. All right. So I just believe that I would like a new IP from Nintendo. I just don't know on what genre. But no, we get Mario Kart as a launch game. I think they can launch it with Mario and Metroid. You'll have a 1-2 combo that is super strong, that would force sales, and they don't really have to release a new game until maybe like June or July. And you know what? I have another great question, man. So if Nintendo, well, not if, but when Nintendo has this direct in April, and possibly a Nintendo Switch 1 direct here in February, will Nintendo have a summer direct? A Nintendo roguelike. Ooh wee. Oh man. You know what? You can call it like Nintendo's Worlds, and you can have like you can have a roguelike based upon each Nintendo character. Oh, that would be creative. Fort Trek 800, what's going on, man? Welcome to the stream. Let me get you on the board. Got you. Hey, PC. Uh-oh. This says Haiti. No, I don't want that. All right, get your family. Katrina, you on the board? All right. GT says, I would love to see Nintendo make a mature IP. I get they are family friendly, but I would want a game that appeals to me. Ooh, a mature game like what? Would it be in what genre? Would it be like an action RPG? Would it be an action game? You know what? Yeah, I would love to see Nintendo take a risk. I really believe that it could happen. Nintendo Switch #1 in Japan, February 9th, sales from February 9th. So this is the past week. Let's see what they have to say. It says Nintendo Switch ranked #1 hardware in Japan in its latest retail data for the reason Famitsu this month said Nintendo Switch sales total 40. Listen, think about it. as it's getting ready to wind down, it still sold 43,000 units to rank number one in hardware sales. February 3rd and February 9th, the Nintendo Switch OLED model sold 29,000 units. The Nintendo Switch sold 4,324 units, and the Switch Lite sold, the Switch Lite, man, is such a good system. It sold 9,465 units in the period. That's a lot in one region, and the end of its 7th year. Crazy. In Q3, Nintendo net profit totaled $1.5 billion, a decline of 42% from the year prior. Revenue totaled $1.1 billion, a 17% decline from the year prior. It sold 4.82 million Nintendo Switch hardware units in the quarter. The company sold 9.54 million Nintendo Switch units and 123.98 million software units in 6 months period ended December 31st. Hardware sales fell 30% and software sales decreased 24% from the year ago. It has sold 150 million Nintendo Switch units to date. Yep. I believe that probably by October at the latest, we passed the Nintendo Switch passes the DS, and then I believe by the beginning of next year, the Nintendo Switch passes PlayStation's 160 million PlayStation 2. Let's see. GT says action, adventure, blood, guts, or sword. Something open world. Oh man, that will be something special. I don't know how you incorporate that franchise into the overall scheme of Nintendo friendliness, but I believe that that type of game on a Nintendo system would bring a lot more people to the system. Plunky Squire, excellent game. Devolver Deluxe Edition releases next week. Pre-order still available. Ooh. Pre-order the Plunky Squire Devolver Edition, $55. I wonder who's putting this. So, I wonder if it's limited run games. You know, you're not gonna get this game until the end of the year. They take so long to put things out. Oh, then you can buy it. You can pre-order it on Amazon. Huh. Plunky Squire is a game that I got it on Steam, but it's a game I definitely wouldn't mind having on my Nintendo Switch. GT says give Shiver Entertainment like 40 million to make the game a way always wanted to make instead of porting games consistently. See, something that you do see on Xbox or Sony consoles. A solid AA entry. Open world for 40 million. I don't know. Not these days. It might work on the Nintendo Switch too. Okay, listen. Listen. I keep seeing these TikToks on this game, and there's always something sexual. But has anybody played Kingdom Come Deliverance? It says shows no signs of slowing down sales. 2 million copies in less than 2 weeks. It says last week, where it saw 250,000 peak concurrent players. For context, the first Kingdom Come Deliverance hit a peak Steam concurrent player count of 96,000 7 years ago. I wonder what kind of game is Kingdom Deliverance? Is it like an open? I'm assuming some form of open world. Hey, Geeky. He said, "Your Metro friends, are we talking about games?" Yes, we are talking about games. We go back in between. Right now, we talk about Kingdom Come Deliverance. Let me get you on the board. We give out a free Nintendo eShop card every night and every Monday night rather. And you have just get on. Let me get Geeky on the board too. Hey, Geeky. Geeky 2. And your Metro friend. Got you. All right. So it's sexual because they made a pretty popular character in the game a bisexual in an optional story quest. For context, these were devs who were damn near canceled for having only white men in the game. Okay. The game is an open world, first person, medieval fantasy RPG. Okay. Something like Skyrim, but different. Okay. Gotcha. All right. I can't believe we're getting these two gorgeous Ninja side scrolling in the same year. Listen, I'm not lying. I'm so happy. Both of these games are day one purchases for me. I don't know about everybody else, but a new Ninja game, side scrolling, and a new Shinobi, man, that just takes me back to those early 90s, man. Shinobi has always been one of my favorites, and this Shinobi looks even faster than the old ones. The old ones was like really slow and methodical, but this one here, buddy, this is great. You know, they had a game on the Switch, and it might have been also on Steam. I think it was called it's called Ninja something. Ninja. It was like a stealth game, and you had to go around, and I love that game. That was one of my favorite games to play on the Switch. It was just super hard. So did on the Ninja game. Yeah, I cannot wait. These are definitely getting every bit of dollar of mine. And I think Shinobi was just announced to come out in August. I think that the Art of Vengeance already has a release date of August 29th and looks beautiful in this first trailer, which shows Shinobi Joe Museni, effortlessly comboing through enemies and across lush painted reed levels with each precision. But right here, buddy, Ninja Gaiden side scrolling excellence is right here, buddy. I just need this to have a release date, and I hope we get that release date on April the 2nd. Speed Ryan says, have you played Monster Hunter? Wilds is coming out at the end of the month. I played my first Monster Hunter was Monster Hunter Rise, and I really liked it. It says Assassin's Creed. Do I play? Are you asking? Do I play Assassin's Creed? I believe Assassin's Creed is coming to the Nintendo Switch too. I really got to Assassin's Creed 3 on the Nintendo Switch. I really like playing that game on my Switch Lite. I should have finished it though. But so many games, man. You hop in, you hop out. Let me get you guys on the board real quick before I forget. All right. Hey, what's going on, New Cap? I saw you pop up in there. New Cap 7 is on the board. Speed Ryan. Who else? Did I miss anybody else? I think that's it. All right, we had 31 people. Don't forget, good people, if you're on YouTube, get your vote on. The question of the night if Sony was to bring its first party IPs to the Nintendo Switch 2, which game would be first? And your choices are Spider-Man, Astrobot, Horizon, or a new IP. Feel free to get your vote on YouTube. All right. Let's see. Matter of fact, let me turn this volume down. I think the volume's turned down. I just want to look at it one more time. This is one of them games like I know for sure it's gonna be like, definitely on par with its PS5 counterparts. And this just matter of fact, this is how the first one started. I just think, man, listen. This game was super hard to beat. I love the art style. The art style reminds me of Castlevania for the TV show on Netflix. Oh yeah. And this game is gonna be super hard to play. Listen, look at, man, you can't tell me you can't be, listen, this game is going to be absolutely phenomenal. Here you go, GT, you a hater. He said, I can't with the side-scrolling games. The older I get, the less I want to be frustrated by my entertainment. Hollywood is doing enough for me. Boo. Man, both of these games look absolutely phenomenal, man.
Forged to unleash vengeance. More than a weapon, it is the soul of a shinobi.
Listen, man. Listen, give me this all day. Now, when games frustrate you, all you need to do is take a break. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Give me the side scrolling, hang gliding Zelda. Listen, day one buys for me. He said buy it, and if they have a very easy difficulty, I'll pick them up. Okay. No problem at all. Cause this is day one. I might even pre-order this. As soon as they announce it for Nintendo Switch 2, I'm going in and pre-order. Oh, it's coming off of the Switch anyway. So yeah, I'm going to pre-order this game. Day one. Day one, buddy. All right. I'm gonna go through a couple of these quick stories. It says Xbox Game Pass has a free anime movies. All right, let's see. I don't know what anime movie they have. It says those with any other tier of Xbox Game Pass unfortunately do not have access to the new offered without upgrading tiers. Oh, so you gotta so Game Pass has free anime movies for subscribers across PC, Xbox Series X, and X. That said, the new offerings have specially been made available to Xbox Game Pass Ultimate subscribers. Let me skip on down. It says, of course, with other offerings until March 21st, those on PC, Xbox, blah, 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 have to be subscribed right now. They don't have to be subscribed right now, but at one point for this deadline, to this end, if there's nothing on Xbox Game Pass right now that tickles your fancy, you could wait as more games are added, blah, 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 blah. Okay, so I want to get to the movies. As for the free anime movies, there are 4 of them, and they are Naruto movies. More specifically, rather, the 4 anime movies are as follows: Naruto, Shippuden, the movies, the Blood Prison. It says Naruto Road to Ninja, Naruto Last, blah blah blah. The Naruto movie, blah blah blah. So 4 movies. So you have to redeem them before March 24th. It says claim by March 17th. So you got to claim and redeem. Claim by the 17th and redeem by the 25th. I'm gonna do it only because my kids, they watch them. They like my son. They like this stuff. I'm not the biggest Naruto fan. Now Dragon Ball Z, no, that's my cup of tea. All right. All right, so Nintendo Switch 2 leaks revealed new game in major GameCube series. So the cut to the chase, what it reveals is that let's see what it says. I'm gonna read it. So the new leak comes to the way of well-known Nintendo leaker that goes by Nash Weedle. Talking to social media platform X, the leaker claims that there is another Metroid game in development for Nintendo Switch 2 alongside the development of Metroid Prime 4. And that game is Metroid Prime 5. In other words, where Nintendo fans had to wait 18 years between Metroid Prime 3 Corruption and Metroid Prime 4 Beyond, Nintendo is planning a quick turnaround between the next 2 installments. Okay, well, listen, I'm all in favor of that. And I believe right now that that Metroid Prime 4 was done a long time ago. I believe it was done a long time ago, and I think they've been working probably this last year. They have been full steam on Metroid Prime 5. I could believe that. Not guerrilla tactics. Has made it to the board. Appreciate you, my brother. We had 32 people on the Wheels of Steel. Oh man, we don't read that. All right, it says all right, switch gears. Valve might be the best hope for the future of gaming industry. Ooh. I think you know what? I think just based upon what they have to offer, Valve has a strong place in the industry. I don't think it's the savior. I don't agree with this statement completely. I think yes, a strong Valve helps the industry, but I believe that I'm gonna go back. Listen, call me a Nintendo lover, but as long as there are kids that are every year that turn 4, 5, 6, and 7, Nintendo will reign supreme. 4, 5, and 6, and 7 is not getting a Steam Deck. It's not the PC world is not an easy enough entry for those particular kids to be a part of that ecosystem. That's why Nintendo's never going anywhere. And this is where Xbox and PlayStation have failed tremendously because they never took time to say, you know what, we need to make sure that we have a part of these kids. Is that Valve is killing off consoles? I agree, but it's not gonna kill off Nintendo. Valve is killing off consoles, but it'll never kill off Nintendo. Why? Because Valve has no exclusives. Everything is his own Valve. But you would never get a Nintendo experience unless you emulate it. And it's an emulation of an old IP. And so, but most kids that's 4, 5, 6, and 7 are not doing that. Now, us older adults, we'll make them kind of decisions. We'll learn the techniques to get through there. And even in these older, teenagers, from 12, 13, 14. But 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, You know what? Those cats is going to be loyal Nintendo. Their parents are going to buy them Nintendo consoles, and Nintendo will never go anywhere because the IPs is just too strong. But Valve is good for the industry, and a healthy Valve um, does push the industry in a forward pattern. I think how many Steam Decks did Valve sell? I think they sold like 5 million. I think Nintendo sold how many Switches? 1/4. All right. GameStop brings back buy two, get one free games for PlayStation fans. GameStop has announced the return of buy two, get one free games. However, it appears the sale is limited to just PlayStation. In other words, if it will be of interest to PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 5 users, but not to Nintendo Switch, Xbox One, Xbox Series S or X, blah, 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 blah. So if you are a PlayStation guy, and you know what, that's all you do is play PlayStation, they have some great deals at GameStop. Buy two, get one free. Only for PlayStation. That's saying something. Nintendo will eventually cave and bring their games over to Steam. They won't. They don't have to. Listen. That statement is false right there. No joke though. You ain't lying. I am just trying to get Nintendo out of the house. But I'm not. I'm now the papa of a Nintendo fangirl. Yeah, buddy. Listen, hang it up. Hang it up. It's gonna listen. At least for the next 5 years, you can hang it up, buddy. Also, have a mother that thinks everything is Nintendo. PS5, Nintendo, Xbox is Nintendo. PC is Nintendo. Mom is over though. Oh man, yeah. Listen, don't worry, man. Listen, that's how I was when that's how my grandmother was. You go over there playing that Nintendo. That's funny. Let's see. Go through the rest of these stories and trying to think if I got any more. Oh man, you know what? We did not talk about PlayStation State of Play. That was a state of mess. Oh man, everything we saw in 2025, first big PlayStation State of Play. Okay, Monster Hunter Wilds, we're not going to play that because of the fact that we know that this game is going to be legit. All right, if you're a Monster Hunter fan, you should be already extra hype. Hope I didn't want to do that. Of course, Shinobi, we just saw that there. Sonic Racing Cross Worlds. This game I get bought only because my kids like Sonic. And I like the Sonic Racing. Like Sonic Racing Transform, that was a pretty good racer. So this game might get bought. So this is a thumbs up, but this is on this on PlayStation. Get it anywhere. Digimon, no Digimon. This game looks okay. This is Lost Souls Asylum. Let's go ahead and play it real quick. State of Cheeks, buns, garbage, multiplat games that won't be bought by me on PlayStation. Buddy, you are absolutely correct. Absolutely correct. Would not be being bought by me on PlayStation. So I'm not much into racing games. But I tell you, listen, the Sonic racing games are pretty legit. Is this really just a dream? Says Sonic Boy, you getting Sonic Kart 9. Listen, Mario Kart is definitely getting bought by me. I just hope they have an edition that for Mario Kart 9 that comes with like the Switch 2 or something. Okay, so so this game here, it looks interesting, but man, like, am I excited for this game? No, because there's so many games that's like this. Did not get Mario Kart? Shame on you. Super Smash? Was it? What? What? You crazy. Said highly doubt this Sonic racing game. So I'm looking at this game here. This game is like really no different than like it's really no than Final Fantasy 16. Same kind of gameplay. You know what? I'm not overly excited for this game. Lost Soul aside, boo. I ain't say boo, but I can definitely wait. Like a Dragon, okay. Dave the Diver, okay. Splitgate. This look kind of interesting. I get it. I had WWE The Island, pretty much NBA 2K, but for wrestling now. Definitely I'll pass on that too. Borderlands 4. I'm not overly excited. What's going on, Oscar Chapper? I'm gonna get you on the board in a second. Split Fiction looked pretty good. And this is from that one guy who made he made that co-op game Tales, whatever. Was it Tales? What's it called? I forgot that game they made. But this looked good though. So it got like a Directive, a Dark Pictures game. That was another game I passed on. Five Nights at Freddy, another game I got passed on. The Midnight Walk, I know. But this game, I was like, okay, this game is once again, it's a third-party game. It's gonna be on multiple systems. It looked like definitely a Nintendo Switch game. And I'm definitely in favor. I'm probably going to pick this game up. It looks quite creative. It gives me vibes of what's that? It gives me vibes of Ori mixed with what's that other game? That scary game? Little House? No, not the Little Houses. Oh, I forgot that one game. But it looks good. I'm all in. This has definitely caught my attention. Mixed with some Pixar. Yeah, this is gonna be a definitely another pickup for me. I'm not picking up a Warriors game. Yeah, it does give me Stray vibe, but Stray mixed with some Ori. Right, Ricardo. Let me get y'all on the board before I forget. Oscar Trapper and Ricardo, let me get y'all on the board. All right, let me get Oxford Trapper, Ricardo. Gotcha. Someone says, when is the next 3D Kirby game? I don't know. Have heard nothing about Kirby. Not yet. But I think, you know what, in fact, I'm not gonna say that. I'm not gonna I don't know. I doubt if it comes really, really soon though. GT says, like a Dragon pirate game is getting bought for sure. Yeah, listen, I never was a big Like a Dragonfly guy. But you know what? Listen, I won't hate on it because I just haven't played them. They ain't caught my attention enough to say, I want to play it. You're playing as a squid trying to not turn into. You're right. Don't want to become somebody's food on somebody's plate. All right, let me get off of here. Comes back. I think this game will be pretty good. I haven't played an Omisha game in a long time. I mean, a long, long time. But I'm all in favor of. I like games with sword play. This game might come to the Switch too.
Lord Nobunaga Oda fell to a fatal arrow, which pierced his throat. However, Nobunaga was far from finished. With the help of the demons, he rose from the dead. Yasuke! Who did this? For whom are you working? I won't forgive you. Prepare yourself!
The one responsible for burning down Yabu village is Nobunaga Oda.
Nothing like some game with some sword play. I'm all in favor of that.
Use this power to defeat.
Why is nose so big? Yeah, this is going to get picked up. So I was really hoping for a big AAA game. Most of these games, while decent, are mid games, nothing that masses me over to feel next gen. I agree. Listen, agree. I was looking, you know what? I really thought this was the state of play that brought us Wolverine. To say, okay, we're going to end with Wolverine. It would have saved their show, but this is all they had. I was like, oh man, this is. You're right. It looks like a PS3 game. I agree. But it's a remake. It's a remake. That's why I believe this is the new one. This is the update next gen one. CMG says, exciting times coming in a month. Can't wait. And I know you guys can't either. You absolutely right. Today is February, I think the 17th. Tomorrow will be the 18th. That means you got about 10 more days left in this month. So you got about 12 more days before, a month and 12 more days before the direct. So the way the Sora looks, I don't know. I forgot if this trailer showed off some gameplay.
Swordplay is a game of strength. Winning is what matters. And you can bring as many.
It still plays a little slow.
Not good.
Woo-wee. Not to be Mr. Negative. I'd never been that, but this gen has been a real letdown to me. No, man, listen. You are absolutely correct. I'm with you on that. This generation of games has not been like overly impressive. Like, they're like even like PlayStation 4 had marquee games. I just think about like which marquee game from the PlayStation 5 era that I was like, oh man, this was like the game. I just don't have one. I just don't have one. So yeah, no, I think you're now I ain't gonna lie to you, like Metal Gear Solid is getting bought. This is getting bought. I'm just once again, I'm hoping that they say Nintendo Switch. I'm like, oh buddy. That's not, if they say Nintendo Switch, I'm there. I am absolutely there. Don't forget, good people, if you're on YouTube, get your vote on. We got a poll going on right now. Okay, is it Liza P? I heard that was a pretty good game. Days Gone. Listen, they did a side by side of this remaster, and it barely looks any different than the original Days Gone. So, nope. Want me that will Stellar Blade. Okay. Uh, listen. Well, once again, like going through all of this here, like man, I don't see too many games. I was like, oh man, I'm just ready. I'm just ready to play. Like none of these games. All right, that was it. Um, Days Gone remastered. Sony is creatively bankrupt. It's honestly sad to see. Yeah, yeah. Nothing that stands out to say. Oh man, I just cannot wait. Um, I think if I looked at five, this thing a 5-way where Sony blew it. I think Sony blew it by not um not digging into their backlog. I think like not that's one thing Nintendo has done well. They digged into their backlog and they made their backlog games really really good. I mean, just think about it like this here. If Sony would have ported some of these other games, like they could have ported Killzone and made it like a $20 game or $30 game and added some online, and you know what, they would have had themselves a competitor to Call of Duty. Like, why not revisit those IPs? You know what? Stuff like Infamous, super good game. They can definitely it'll rejuvenize their base. I think they just went away from rejuvenizing their own base of people and their own IPs and thirst and look and trying their best to find the next great thing, and they're gonna find out it has backfired on them. Let's see. Let me go back down. Yep, the game looks like Ghost of Tsushima. Yep, I said the same thing. I said Ghost of Tsushima looks a tad bit better. It looks like it plays a little faster. Yep, share my correct opinions. Metal Gear Solid needs to come to Switch 2 as well. Yep, and that's the reason why I'm waiting. Like, I won't even go pre-order. Like, I'm just gonna wait. I'm gonna wait. After the second, I'll make a lot of decisions. Like, don't get me wrong. Days Gone is okay. However, they are remastering a game that they refuse to make a sequel to because it didn't sell enough. The logic of it, this says it all. Yep, you're right. It didn't sell like they wanted to sell, but you know what? We're gonna we're gonna remaster it and try to get you to pay more money for a game. And even when they put the remaster up against the original, it ain't no big. It's not a big difference. Yeah. As a matter of fact, I think I bought that game for a kid in my classroom for Christmas one year. He was so excited. He was like, "Oh, I couldn't believe you bought me a game." Kids in my car, they'd be like, "You bought me a game for Christmas. You my teacher." I was like, "Yeah, I like to share the wealth." All right, good people. Listen, enough of state of play. I don't think it's anything else major we need to be looking at. Um, God of War Remastered Trilogy leaves fans concerned about cut content. I can't listen. And this is a game that whenever this drops, I'm picking this one up. Going to the store and buying it. Rob, I'm tired of the remakes. I want new stuff. Right. You know what? But you know what? The key is I want good new stuff. That I don't think they have an idea. And that goes back to what I'll put Rock Price. And it goes back to what Gorilla Tactics has been saying, like, hey, you know what? Listen, being creatively, insufficient is causing Sony to really, making them really look bad. It's at least, you know what I'm saying, Xbox is looking bad too, though, but at least Xbox plan and their strategy seems to be profitable in the end, where I don't know what Sony's going to do. Even though their systems are still selling, people are still gonna. People are still buy their systems for the Call of Duties, the Maddens, the 2Ks. But that's it. I guess they okay with that. But yeah, they'll buy their hardware. But we all know the money is where the games is. If you don't have good software, then you're not gonna continue to make money. Like think about like this here. You can take every year of Nintendo, every year. Through the Wii era, Wii U, 64 GameCube, all of those eras, and take all their revenue and add it together, it still doesn't match what they made with the Switch. Because of the fact of the amount of games, I think I saw the report that Nintendo has 72 1 million unit sellers. 72 on the Switch. 72. They have 72 games that sold over 1 million units. That's crazy. And I think 10 of those is like over 20 million. So you gotta. I don't know what Sony's doing, man. I don't know. I think they can say, hey, we're gonna survive all third parties, and I can't even tell you the last first party Sony game to release. I can't even tell you the last PlayStation game I bought, and not first party. I'm trying to look. I can't even tell you the last first party Sony game I bought. The last PlayStation game I bought was college football. So I tell you something. Like, you know what? These games are not getting bought. Rob Pratt, let me get you on the board. Because if I don't, I'll forget. Uh-oh. Oh, see, it's tripping. It's always trip on me every now and then. Let me close it down. Uh-oh. All right, there we go. What about this? I'm about to be tripping. All right, got you on the board. But yeah, I agree with you. I'm just tired. I'm just tired of remakes of games that don't need to be remade. Like some games, like, you know what, Metroid Prime Remastered. Listen, that's a great remake. They did that game great justice. But everything else, I don't know. He says, GT says, my issue isn't with remakes and remasters. It's the games that are remaking and remastering. Absolutely. I'm with you 100% on that. I just played Days Gone like 5 years ago and bought it again on PC. I don't need a remake of that. Agreed. Like, to me, if Nintendo was to remake any other game, I would say, hey, man, Nintendo could remake the original Super Mario Brothers. They can remake, really, I would love for them to remake Mario 64. I would love them to remake Mario 64, give it the Mario movie treatment. I'm there. Day one. That's a day one buy for me. Remake that, to me, Nintendo remake that. Nintendo, remake the original Zelda. Remake the original Zelda, and give it like the Echoes treatment. I'm there for that. Better yet, Nintendo, remake the original Zelda and give it that Wii U demo treatment. That's the Zelda game I'm waiting on. I don't know if y'all remember, like back when they first showed the Wii U and they showed Zelda more in a lifelike form, and he was fighting that gigantic spider. That's the Zelda game I'm waiting on. If Gaming Dad wins, oh, that's a good question. I haven't picked that one out yet. If Gaming Dad wins, I think I'm gonna give it to Lucas Mucus. He was a new guy. I like to give it out to the new people on the stream if I can catch one. Lucas Mucus was new guy today. All right, GT says, give me a game on PS1, PS2, PS3 I might have missed or haven't played in over a decade. Agreed. Like Konami, please make Metal Gear Solid 4 in this next Konami greatest hits, and I'm good. But yeah, but I told what was that fighting? It was a fighting game that came out on the PS1. It was a launch title. I can't think of the name of it to save my life. It was kind of like an arena style fighting game. But the arena was kind of big. I can't think of the name to save my life. I want that. I want a remake of that. Infamous would listen, right? I would love to replay the first two Infamous and then set me up for Infamous 3. So I love remakes and remasters over the new trash games that are coming out. Honestly, yeah, because at least you have a understanding that hey, these games are going to be good. These games are going to be like legit. That's why Nintendo's not going anywhere. They have invested so much into their talent, and they don't have a high talent turnover. Like people typically work for Nintendo for the rest of their lives, and they understand like, hey man, this is a great company to work for. But you know what? You can't say that for everybody else because people all these big studios get bought out and they get laid off. It's like, it's hard to be creative when you worry about your job. All right, good people. Listen, I don't think I have anything else to look at tonight. We had 35 people on the Wheels of Steel tonight, and if I win, I'm going to give mine up to. I just saw his name on here. Excuse me. Where is he at? Lucas Mucus. That's right. If I win tonight, Lucas Mucus, you get yourself 2 chances on the wheel still. If I win tonight, I forward my winnings over to you. All right, good people, without any further ado, you know how we do. It's the end of the stream tonight, and we do our giveaway. And if your name is picked first, you will hear the wonderful sounds of Peter Griffin. You are out of here. And without any further ado, let's get it in. Who's going to be our first loser tonight? We know how we do our first loser. And our first loser tonight. Give it up to Lifestyles. He's out of here.
You lose.
Lifestyles off the board, ladies and gentlemen. We're down to 33 people. Let's keep it moving in the group. Who's up next to catch the flex? And it will be Fort Track 800. You are out of here. Peace out. All right, we're down to 32. Who's up next to catch the flex? And it will be. Oh, it's close. Peace Flutter, you out of here. Please exit left. Peace Flutter's off the board, ladies and gentlemen. We keep it moving and grooving. Keep it moving and grooving. Who's up next to catch the flex? And it will be. Hey, y'all, Megan, you out of here, Megan. Megan's off the board, ladies and gentlemen. We keep it moving and grooving. What did the sheep say? What did the sheep say? Gorilla? Gorilla Tactics number 2 is off the board, ladies and gentlemen. Too funny, too funny. Up next, Captain Flex, who will be our next one off the board tonight. It will be latecomer, but he's off the board anyway. Rock Proc is out of here. It's like the board know when you late. All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, Nuke Cap 7 is out of here. Said Sheep said Rick. All right. Down to 27, ladies and gentlemen. 27. And our next one off the board will be not the big homie. Oh no. Neo Prime 33 representing Nintendo Dads is out of here. All right, who up next to catch a flex will be. It's getting close. It's getting close. Supersonic Saved by Grace.
It's all there, black and white,
is out of here.
clear as crystal. You get nothing.
Nothing.
You lose. Good day, sir.
Good day, sir. All right. Next up will be our special winner of the night. We know how we do our good special winners of the night, and it will be, your boy Gaming Dad is the winner of the night. Well, you know how we do him.
Better luck next time. Slug
I did that backwards.
Psych.
Gaming Dad is off the board, ladies and gentlemen. So is Lucas Mucus, but he has another one on the board. Who's up next to catch the flex? And it will be our second loser tonight. Timbo 72
You lose.
is out of here, ladies and gentlemen. We keep it moving and grooving. Moving and grooving. Who's up next to catch the flex? And it will be Dookie Dookie
Better luck next time.
is out of here.
Slug heads.
All right, Dookie Dookie's out of here. We keep it moving and grooving. We're down to 22 on the board. 22. And up next to catch the flex, it will be, like it's going to be Tormentor 20.
Very good. Very good. You know something?
No suit for you.
Come back 1 year.
Next. All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, up next, catch the flex will be our next one off the board. It's going to be a geeky chick too. She is out of here, ladies and gentlemen. She's still on the board because she's on here twice as night because she is a member of the channel. You could be a member of the channel also for $1.99 and be our Game Boy tier. Or you're feeling really special. You want to really support the channel. You can do it for $4.99 and be a part of our Super Nintendo channel. And ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, Dub City is out of here. Once I hit the button. Once I find it. Okay, play Michigan. We can play that one. All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, let's keep it moving and grooving. I won't say that one either. He keep hitting these buttons. All right, Lucas Mucus is off the board, ladies and gentlemen. Lucas Mucus is out of here, ladies and gentlemen. Keep it moving and grooving. Thanks for coming through, my brother. Appreciate you. Hope we can see you again next time. And next will be Jack Black is out of here, ladies and gentlemen. Keep it moving and grooving and keep this wheel spinning for the winnings. Oh, it's getting close. It's getting close. PC, Phantom Katrina is out of here. All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, our third loser of the night. Who's going to be number 3? That's right, because you got to get ready for school. Steve M., you got to get ready for school.
You lose.
You got to get ready for school. You got to get ready for school. All right, up next to catch flip, we're down to 15 people on the wheels of steel, and it will be our winner from last week, but can't be a winner this week, is Tariq. Appreciate you. All right, keep it moving and grooving. What did the sheep say? What did the sheep say? Breaking Bad 881. It's out of here, ladies and gentlemen. Should have been geeky. All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, our next one off the wheel tonight is Sonic Knuckle Tails is out of here. All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we keep it on down. We're down to 12 people on the wheels of steel. Who will be next to catch the flex? And it will be Dub City's second entry. Please exit left. Dub City's off the board, ladies and gentlemen. We're down to 11. Keep that wheel spinning for the winnings. No sinning. Sonic Knuckle Tails, man, you are officially off the board.
You are out of here.
Peace out, my brother. Thank you for the verse of the day. We keep it moving down to 10 for the win. Still no sin. Our fourth loser tonight will be my brother CMG.
You lose.
CMG is off the board, ladies and gentlemen. Down to 9. She might not be fine. Don't drink no wine. Not So Guerrilla Tactics is out of here. Please exit left. Keep it moving and growing. Newcomer to the channel, your Metro friend. You are out of here. Thanks for coming through, though. Appreciate you representing Twitch in the building. We're down to 7. The number of completion. Who's gonna be? Montrack 3 is out of here. All right, we're down to 6 in the mix. Who's up next to catch all the flex? And it will be, and it should be. Guerrilla Tactics.
You are out of here.
Oh man, peace out, my brother. Thanks for coming through. Oh, we keep it going. Geeky's still alive. Cool breezy, this bad boy. Oh, listen, I spoke up too soon. I'm sorry, Geeky. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Oh, I'm so sorry, Geeky. All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, this is our final 4. We got Oxford Trapper, Speed Ryan 10. We got Ricardo and Cool Breeze, ladies and gentlemen, in the building. Don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, before you get off the stream tonight, get your vote on over on YouTube. If Sony was to bring its first-party IP to Nintendo Switch 2, which game should be first? Should it be Spider-Man, Astrobot, Horizon, or a new IP? Get your vote on. Your vote matters. All right. Guerrilla Tactics says, I agree with Sonic Boy. Every time you put Sonic Boy, I would say, Sonic Boy. Boy. I've got a word. Hey, boy. Go fetch those sticks. Boy, be quiet. All right. We got 4. We can only have 2. Who's up next to be that next loser off the board? And it's gonna be Ricardo.
You lose.
Oh man, Ricardo, you out of here, ladies and gentlemen. Appreciate you. We're down to 3. Who shall it be? Our next loser tonight before our championship round will be Oxford Trapper is out of here. Peace out. CMG says, I'm all the way out of there. CMG acted like he could use the eShop card. We all know his Switch is dusty as HELL hockey sticks. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we're down to our final championship round. It will be Cool Breezy, old-time favorite of the channel, versus newcomer Speed Ryan 10, ladies and gentlemen. Don't forget, good people, you got to be on Discord to get your winnings. You got to follow your boy on Discord. If you're not following your boy yet on Discord, let me know, man. I can put it in the chat before we get out of here. But without any further ado, boys and girls, Nick Cannon, please get you on. Oh, man, Nick Cannon, what you doing there? You can't be hiding on me, Nick. Oh, yeah, I got to. All right, there we go. Where'd Nick at? Nick. Nope. Oh, there we go. If I had to find Nick Cannon, he was hiding on me. Hey, Nick, hit him with the drum, please. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, tonight's winner will be, and that first loot. Oh, Cool Breezy is taking it easy for Sheezy because he is out of here.
You are out of here.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, our winner tonight, Speed Ryan. Kids, give him a Speed Ryan. Boy, my fingers must be big. I'm hitting the wrong button. But the kids still gave Speed Ryan some love. Y'all show Speed Ryan some love in the chat. Old versus new. Gotta cheer for the Breezy. But Breezy did not make it. Only a matter of time before the wheel magically passes over GT and I. All right. Speed Ryan, listen, let me put the I don't know yet if you are a member of our Discord, but that's how I give out the winnings. Let me see if I can put that into the chat real quick before we get off. Shake your groove thing, shake your groove thing, hey, hey. All right, invite, copy link, get over here to YouTube. All right, hold on, let me put it in here real quick in the chat. Pin the message. All right, so I put it in the chat. I pinned it. So, Speed Ryan, man, if you come back to the chat, you come back to look at the video or whatever, if you're not on here yet, just send me a message on Discord and say, hey, give me that with my money, and then I'll get it over to you. All right, good people, this is your boy, Gaming Dad, man. Thank y'all for hanging out with me. Let me get my pray on like I always do. Oh, man. Whew. Dear Heavenly Father, I ask and pray, Lord, in the name of Jesus, Lord, that you bless Guerrilla Tactics, Lord. I pray, Lord, that you bless him, Lord, to make a good to be a good husband and make his girlfriend into a good wife. I pray, Lord, that you bless their relationship and their relationship with that lovely daughter of his, Lord. I pray, Lord, that you bless her. You keep her safe, Lord. You bless Guerrilla Tactics to be a great dad. I pray, Lord, in the name of Jesus, that you continue to bless those that's on the stream with me tonight. I pray, Lord, that you bless them going forward, Lord. I pray, Lord, that you bless them spiritually, emotionally, and financially. I pray, Lord, that you bless their relationship with their loved ones and their families. And I pray, Lord, that you bless them on their jobs, Lord. Keep them safe. I pray, Lord, that you just continue to bless this channel, Lord, that your hands be upon this channel, and that you continue to move me in a positive direction, Lord. I pray that you continue to send good people to the channel, Lord, to interact with. And I thank you, Lord, for allowing me to talk about video games, Lord, and bless me with this opportunity. I thank you, Lord, for those who couldn't be here tonight, Lord, who had other things to do, Lord. I just pray, Lord, that you bless them in their endeavors. And I pray, Lord, that you continue to bless me, Lord, and continue to bless me spiritually, emotionally, and financially, and bless my family and my friends. I thank you, Lord, and I thank you for this opportunity that you have provided for us today. In Jesus' name, I pray, give thanks to you, Lord. Amen. Good people, it's your boy, Gaming Dad. Thank y'all for hanging out with me. It could be me versus me on the wheel. Somehow, I'll still lose. Speed Riot says, I sent you a DM on Discord. Appreciate you. Oh, let me look at it right now. Accept request. Yes, sir. Listen. Matter of fact, give me 1 second. I'll send you right now. Oh, woo! He said the Lord is like, I can only bless 2 out of the 3. Oh. All right, Speedwriter. Let me go ahead and send it to you right now, so that I don't forget. I went and bought. If you wouldn't mind just saying it live on stream, if you got it. All right, got you. Use photo. Enjoy. All right, I sent it to you, Speed Ryan. You should get it. Once again, good people, I show him some love in the chat, man. Listen, once again, I think next Monday. Yep, we'll be back next Monday. Same time, same bat station. I don't believe I have nothing else to do that day, but if I do, I kind of will let you guys know, but I don't think so. I think Monday we are good. And, man, listen, y'all have yourself a great week, man. I pray that God blesses y'all, man. Keep y'all safe. That Speed Ryan says, thank you. I've received. Let me put that out there. Boom. Yeah, I'm glad you did, my brother. Thank you for coming out and hanging out with us, man. We appreciate you. All right, good people. Listen, man, maybe next week, man, we might have information. We might have a direct. Now, if the direct, matter of fact, nope, I will not stream the direct. I will stream the direct on April the 2nd. That is a definitely, because I'm taking off work that day. But I believe I have to work these days this week. And I think if it's going to be a direct, it's going to be this week. And listen, Pokemon Direct is next week. There's no way Nintendo comes in that close. I mean, they could, but I don't think they would want to, though. It could very happen, but I think it's going to be this week. It's going to be in a week. GT says, damn, congrats, Ryan. We peer pressure Gaming Dad so much that he's now doing this stream and he wants confirmation before he turns off the stream. Listen, hey, Speed Ryan, listen, they tease me because, you know, sometimes, man, listen, I mean, I'm busy, man. Listen, they always talk about be holding the eShop card hostage. I don't be holding it hostage, man. I just sometimes I be busy. Sometimes, you know, I don't get to it right away. Sometimes I'll be hungry right after the stream. I gotta go give me something to eat. Like right now, I'm gonna go give me something to eat, cut my son's hair. I gotta do some other work, and then maybe get off the bed in a decent amount of time. So it's a lot. But good people, man, listen, thank y'all for hanging out with me, man. I appreciate y'all, man. Guerrilla Tactics, man. Listen, my brother from another mother, man. Take care of that wonderful daughter of yours, man. And make the girl go ahead, man. Go ahead and get married, man. I know, listen, I'm pushing the issue. I'm just trying to come to a wedding. You know, you can hire me. I come take some pictures, or I'll come spin my records over in Canada. Oh, Canada. Gaming Dad, his hands grumble. In another life, he was a former Detroit German. Man, listen, I'm telling you, you never fail, man. Too funny. Oh, all right, good people. Hey, Geeky, good night. If you still on here. And in immortal words of Don Cornelius from Soul Train. This is your boy Gaming Dad, and I am Audi 5000G. Peace. Have a good week. I'm out.